are watching versus listening, it's pretty dark right now because we started to record the podcast and the power went out.
Yep. This is the second time that happened to us today. They blew a fuse in town.
So I'm sure the power will come on. So if it does, that's what's happening in the podcast today. For those of you that are new to the podcast, welcome. You've chosen an interesting podcast this time around. If you want, go back to episode 1. We explain how we got started, why we did it, and it'll explain how we got here to the 3rd episode. For those of you that have tuned in to the last episode, thank you. And those of you that haven't, you missed some exciting news.
Yes, you did.
The library is now open. You can come on in and see us for both Elmore and Genoa. So everyone's open, but our hours are different. So hours are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But if you don't want to come in, or you still feel uncomfortable with having to wear a mask or just being around other people in general, we still offer curbside at both locations. Mm-hmm. So we're still accessible. We can still help you out with anything. You just have to give us a call or use our online form and we can help you out. And then those hours are a little bit different too. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
I still find myself struggling to, it's all laid out so perfectly with the hours, and then my schedule changed, so I find myself, looking at my calendar every day to see what time do I go to work? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, every day.
Yeah, and since we have people at the door to make sure we keep track of how many people are in the building at one time.
And that you're wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm. We're all over the place scheduling-wise, but we're making it work. We're making sure we're here for you guys. So come in, come talk to us, pick out books, movies, anything.
Most of the time we have power, so it's not always dark.
Yes. So, and if you need more information, you can always either go to our website, www.harris-elmore-library.org, or you can always call Elmore at 419-862-2482, or you can call Genoa, 419-855-3380. If you call us when we're not here, then you just leave a voicemail. Yeah. And then we'll call you back.
We're almost always here.
Yeah. And you want to jump into programs?
Yeah, let's go programs. We actually have a lot going on in August, which is exciting.
Yes, and we have a new flyer. Since we're open, you can come pick it up now. Yep. So we'll read it off since it's hard to read from where you guys are at.
What's our first thing we got going on?
So we also post everything on YouTube and Facebook, but August 4th, which this is really cool, I've seen the finished product. It's tie-dye face mask. So, so if you have a white mask like you have, you can watch how to tie-dye it so you can give it some pizzazz or some new life if you like.
I should do that with mine.
Yeah, it's going to be a cool video.
Cool.
August 10th, Lego League. So that challenge will be on Facebook and the website. This one is cool. August 11th, Paint Can Ice Bucket Craft.
I've not seen that one.
Well, at first I'm like, what the heck is this craft?
Paint can ice cream bucket.
But you take an old paint can that you can have and you paint it and decorate it so that way it can hold ice for you.
Oh.
So you can either carry it around or you could put drinks in it if you want, or just set it outside on your patio. Oh. So I'm really excited to see the finished product.
Party bucket for ice.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hopeful it's cool and really crafty because even if you get inspiration from the video, you can always share it with us too.
Show us a picture of your finished product. You can hit us up on any of our social media pages, or Facebook and Insta. I think we have a Twitter.
Yes.
So you can post pictures to that. Tag us. We'll see it and share it.
Yeah. And then this next video, which I'm also intrigued to see how it's going to happen. It's summer tips. Now, the summer tip we're going to be sharing is freezing peas. So, I'm not sure which step.
Why?
Some people like to freeze vegetables, so I think I'm excited to see how to do it at home, because I'm not entirely sure if it's your homegrown peas or maybe homegrown veggies from your garden that you're using it.
I guess
and then you freeze it.
That's pretty interesting. So, I will say peas are my least favorite vegetable in the whole vegetable realm.
Oh, you like Brussels sprouts?
Not so much. I've eaten them in things, but
yeah, Brussels sprouts are gross to me. Like, I'll eat asparagus.
It's the smell. Brussels sprouts just have a smell.
And if you don't season well,
yep,
it's not good.
Hey,
the lights are back on. Look
it
at
looked
that.
psychotic on the screen for a second.
Yeah,
it was like a flash of lightning.
Wow.
Okay.
So that was the power. It has come back on, so now you can actually see. Hopefully it stays on.
Okay.
Escape room. So this one is going to be up. It's Escape from Mount Olympus. So the links will be on Facebook and of course our website. That way everyone can do them all month long. So that one's going to be fun because I've tried some of the clues.
I've done a few test runs. I haven't test run this one. I've test ran a few other ones that Becker has made, and they're just a blast. I enjoy it the whole way through.
Yes.
That will go up August 13th.
Mm-hmm. And since that is going to be actually something we forgot to mention is last week is summer reading. Is that first week in August?
So August 8th is the last day to submit hours.
Yeah, so you need to submit them, come in, you can get your prizes. We're also going to be posting about when you can pick up. There's going to be set prize pickup days and t-shirt days for those of you that earned your t-shirts for your 10 hours. So don't forget to pick those up. So everything to pick up t-shirts, prizes, you can definitely do that the week of August 13th too. Not a problem at all. You can come and get them earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
And the finale to summer reading for our program, which unfortunately we have to have a Zoom as well, is Magic Lessons with Andrew Martin. Now he's a wonderful magician, and he is going to be on Zoom with us, so we can actually have him do his magic tricks so everybody can still watch and enjoy him.
I'm excited for this one. I've watched his son's magic shows, and we actually had him here for some of our programming. We had his son do magic shows inside the library, and it is just astounding to watch. So I highly recommend logging in.
Yes, and we have the meeting ID that you guys need to get on Facebook, or I'm sorry, not Facebook, but Zoom too. And it's on the website. You can always call us too, and we'll give you that stuff. So not a problem at all. And then of course we have another craft. We're very crafty here. It's August 18th. We're going to post on YouTube sea glass mason jars. Now this craft is pretty cool. So you take a mason jar and you're going to basically decorate it and make it look like sea glass. And it's so cool. I've only seen what it looks like. I don't know how to make it. But it looks like it's worth
You should
watching.
really watch the video because I did it.
Oh, yeah.
It's my craft video this month, so I had so much fun doing it.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So what do you use your jar for since you've created it?
I painted a vase. I did a couple mason jars, but the vase I think I'm definitely going to use around the library.
Cool.
So when I decorate with different stuff and use flowers in it.
And then we have another YouTube video. August 20th is when it gets posted. It is for STEM crystals. So you get to learn while having fun on experimenting with crystals, which will be really cool. Yeah, Miss Dawn does a great job.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, the next one. Ooh, August 25th. It is a tin can lantern. It's a YouTube craft that we have, so it'll be posted on YouTube as well. So cool. I'm excited for this one too. I always get excited to watch them. Yeah. Even if I don't make them, it's just fun to watch. Because then if you get bored one day, you can be like, oh, I remember watching that video from the library.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just make it your own.
Make it at home.
One more program, which I know I'm excited for. We're going to try it this next month, outdoor movie night.
I'm excited about this
one. So it's going to be at Elmore and Genoa. So for Genoa, it's going to be August 28th. Now it starts at 8 p.m. Now this is because we have to hold this outside. so everyone can socially distance correctly. You have to bring your own chair. You can, if you bring your own drink, blankets.
We don't provide anything except the movie, so you have to provide your own snacks.
And we're going to be showing The Secret Life of Pets 2, which if you have not seen it, it's so cute.
I have not seen it. I've seen the first one. I have not seen the second one.
So cute. I can't wait to see how many people actually come out and enjoy it. Because it'll still be just starting to get dark, and it'll be nice to be outside. Bring your bug spray, too.
Yeah, that's probably
just
a good idea.
Case. Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. There will be bugs.
Yeah.
It's late August, so.
Yes. Oh, I don't have Elmore's on.
I believe Elmore's showing is on August 21st.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, so it'll be... And another announcement, this is no book groups at all this month. We take a break in August for everybody, but then we start back up in September, so we'll jump into that later on. And then for story times for August, we normally take the whole month off as well. Except since the last week of the summer reading program is that first week, we're still going to have a craft and a story time. So the last 3 weeks in August, there will be no story time. So just for some of you that don't know or knew and weren't sure what we were doing, that's what we have planned. I think we gave them enough information overload. I've talked enough. I'm going to let you get into your
lit boxes. I'm going to dive right into the lit boxes. I've received a lot of just positive comments and feedback from the lit boxes, which awesome. I think is amazing. So I'm so excited to continue doing it, and it can be bigger and better next year. I can probably eventually do more than 10 boxes for each library, and I'd like to start doing kids boxes as well.
Ooh.
That's a future plan. Not yet. Soon.
Don't get excited.
Yeah,
yet,
you know, it's very in the future. So yeah, along with the positive feedback I've been getting, I've gotten a lot of comments about what people want to read.
Oh, awesome.
So a lot of people really want historical fiction. So they've said that a lot. Mysteries, true crime. They do not like teen romance. A lot of the cards, they'll be like, I loved your box, I really didn't like the book, and it was a teen romance.
Ooh.
So, and I did one sci-fi one. I haven't received any comments on the sci-fi one yet, but I feel like it was better than the teen romance one. Unfortunately, I already have all the books for the rest of the year kind of lined up. September's box is going to have a teen romance in it, so I apologize in advance for those of you that didn't enjoy it. But the rest of the stuff in the box will still be cool, so if you didn't like the book...
Well, maybe it'll be well written, so it's not so romancy.
Maybe. I have not read it, but yeah, it could be just... It's like a teen novel. It doesn't have to be romance entirely, but... yeah, next year, I'm already lining up what I want to do for next year, which sounds crazy.
I know.
But
well, I mean,
it's almost August.
Yeah.
I have to start birthday shopping for people in November. I have to start thinking about Christmas.
I mean,
so
it's going to be fall, and like you said, Christmas, and bam, 2021.
Yep. I'm ready for this year to be over anyways, so.
I think everybody is. If you're not, I have questions.
Yep. So yeah, I'm already looking into lining up special things for next year. I've been given a lot of things to put into boxes, so I'm really excited I would like to do a superhero box. I've been given a lot of like Marvel-esque merch. I can do really cool pins.
Oh,
I was given a bunch of Harry Potter stuff, so I can guarantee you next July is gonna have Harry Potter box.
Ooh.
In honor of Harry's birthday in July, so.
July 31st.
Yep, it's coming up.
Yeah.
So that'll be next year. I'm gonna try to get some historical fiction and maybe some inspirational. I'm looking into what I can get my hands on and what I can do for next year. So I'm excited to just keep going. So yeah, please keep subscribing to the Lit Boxes and giving me feedback. I want to know what you guys want and what I can do better, what I can include in boxes to keep you guys happy.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing it. I enjoy packing the boxes. It's like packing a Christmas present.
They're so cute when they come in their box and they're wrapped so delicately, and then you just like peel the layers back and you find different things in them. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. I'll spoil something for you. it's gonna have these little, they're like 5x5 fabric squares that have a little corner piece on it, and you use it as a bookmark.
Oh.
My grandma's making them.
Oh, man.
So, because she's a quilter, and I wanted this to be like a relaxation box. I'm like, my grandma,
oh my gosh.
she made me a quilt a couple years ago, and it's like my favorite thing ever. It's so warm and comforting, and it's just like, that's my grandma. So, I mean, what's more comforting than a grandmother's quilt?
Honestly.
So I'm like, I asked her to make these quilt squares, and she was so excited to do it. I'm so excited to share it with all you people. And
I'm excited to see it.
I know. I told her, I'm like, I don't care what fabric it is, what colors, like I just random
awesome.
fabric, and putting them a grandmother's quilt. And it's made by a real grandma, my grandma.
It's real grandma. It's grandma approved.
Yes, it is. So she's very happy to do it, and I think I might ask her if she wants a box and be like, I'll put your name down for it.
Yeah. Hey, she earned the box.
She earned it, I'll just put her name down early.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. I can't wait to see when they're done. That's so cool. Quilting's hard, in my opinion.
I know.
At another library I worked at, they had a quilters club, and they came in and they worked on their quilts together. It was really cool.
Wow.
And then they would hang them up around the library, and it would just be beautiful quilting. And I'm like, I don't have the patience for that, because you quilt around each of the pattern, the end, you have to hem it, you have to sew it shut.
I just don't have patience for anything.
No. The sewing machine and I, we can work together, but we're not like BFFs.
I never learned how to use a machine. I can hand sew. I cannot use a machine.
Can hand sew as well. I almost prefer to hand sew, just because the machine, then if you break the needle, then you have to re-thread.
It's complicated.
Yeah. If I have to, I can use it, but
yeah.
We're fortunate enough we don't have to
I
sew our clothes every day. Oh.
No, the only time I actually break out my hand sewing skills is, just gonna super nerdy, when I need a new May the 4th be with you costume.
Love it.
Or I'm going to Comic-Con and I need a new costume. That's it. That's the only reason I sew.
Hey, at least you know how to sew. I know when buttons fall off, they're like, oh, I have to buy a new pair of pants. I'm like, what?
Just sew your button on. What?
Yeah. They're like, I don't know how to sew a button. I'm like, what?
Why? Oh, that's scary.
Maybe that's
something
we could do on the podcast.
We will show you how to sew buttons back onto your clothes.
Yeah, we could demonstrate how to sew a button on. Maybe that could be something we do on an episode. Fun little life tips.
Like little life, yeah. That would be fun.
Because, it's a good thing to have.
My mom has these tubs of buttons.
Yeah.
She buys those. When we go to estate sales, she sees tubs of buttons. She's like, you never know.
Oh my gosh,
You never know.
Well, and if you're a crafter, you don't have to just use buttons for sewing onto clothes either.
Yeah.
You can glue them onto picture frames. You can make them eyes or something on a quilt. There's a bunch of stuff.
Well, my sister runs that general store in
Yeah.
town. I swear, I've said that in every podcast so far. The Elmore
Just
General
go to the
store.
general store.
Yes. She has a maker in there that makes greeting cards. And I think they're blank, but the pictures on the fronts will be hearts or trees, and they're made out of buttons.
Oh, how cool!
So, I know.
Oh,
they're really cute and just
I love
it's
that.
very interesting. Something people probably wouldn't think about to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask. Now I'm thinking about it. What have you been reading lately?
Two things. I'm still reading Morning Star, which is the third book in Pierce Brown's Red Rising series. It's very good. It was actually due today. It will now be overdue because I'm not returning it until I'm done with it.
Luckily for you guys, we're fine free now.
Yep.
So anything you take from our libraries, even if it's overdue by a month, as long as you bring it back, that's all we want, is for you to bring back the material without being half eaten by a dog or anything like that.
Yep.
Just bring it back. That's all we care about.
So, the second thing I'm reading, actually I finished reading it. It's a new manga series I found.
Ooh.
And it only has 3 books out so far. The 4th one comes out in November. And it's called Go With the Clouds, North by Northwest.
Interesting.
And the whole setting where they live is in Iceland.
Cool.
So they visit, he had a friend come over at one point in the series, and he took him and showed them all the hot spots, and they went to the hot springs and the mountains, and it's just beyond beautiful. So that was really good. It was a fun read. I really enjoyed it.
That's cool.
So I recommend manga. Come talk to me. I can recommend any manga.
She's got it. She knows. She's our resident expert.
Sure.
You read more of those.
I probably read more than everybody else that works here, so I'll accept that title. So what are you reading?
Well, I've read quite a few. So last time we've chatted, I'm still reading Harry Potter. I've slowed down tremendously.
Did you finish the first book? You were in like the third one, right?
Yes, I finished the third one. I finished Goblet of Fire. Whoa.
That's a good one. Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, I was like, it was
ending.
just mind-boggling. And I know I've told you guys, but it's like nothing like the movie. Like, you just have to read it for yourself.
Yes.
And if you don't want to reread the first, like, 2 books, I recommend starting the third one because they are so similar to the movie. So, personally, I don't think you're missing out on anything.
I would definitely say towards the later books is where they differ so greatly with the movies.
Yeah.
There's so much information in the books that you can't pack into a movie that I feel like you're missing stuff if you don't read the book at some point in your life.
Yeah. So I'm on the 5th one now. But then I also had my book club last week, so I had to stop reading that so I could read Sold on a Monday by Christina McMorris, which was so good.
Yeah, it looked really good. I've
yeah,
seen that
it
one.
was good. It's not where I thought it was going to take, like, the plot to. However, if you need a quick, easy read, it was a quick read. It only took a couple of days, and it was good. It kept you reading. Once you get past, like, the first 20 pages, it does start a little bit slower, but then it just, like, picks up, and you just, like, zip right to the end of the book.
Nice. I like that kind of reading. I like something I can just pick up and just...
Yeah, it's set in the Great Depression era, so right after the market crash. And so it's a 1931 is the setting, And so it talks about, you know, how some families don't have a lot, but some do, and they're kind of making their way. And it deals with a newspaper reporter, and it leads into this crazy story of how he just wanted to become a big-time reporter, and the story that he ended up having, which helped his career, took him on an even bigger adventure on his personal life, which is just good. It was a good read.
It sounds good.
There is no audio, so unfortunately, if you listen to audio, don't look for one. I've tried.
Aw.
Because I like to listen to them because it's hard when you're doing a lot of stuff, like at home or life, or even if you're at work, you can play it in the background.
Yep.
But it wasn't a hard read, so I'd recommend it. But we'll see. I'm sure there's more books we'll have to read.
Yeah.
There's always so many.
There's so many. I have so many at home right now. I want to dive into the Alexander Hamilton biography by Rob Chernow.
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
It's so big.
I know, and see, like, I'm afraid it'll be so wordy that I'll get bored.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it my best effort, but we'll see how far I get. It takes me a long time to read, so when it's like that thick, thick, can you see that? I know you can't on the podcast, but it's like 4 inches thick.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the size of like half-blood prints and like Deathly Hallows.
Those are so big. I
mean, they're a little bit smaller than the Order of the Phoenix. That's the one I'm on, Order of the Phoenix.
That's probably one of the biggest ones.
Yes,
actually.
I compared, and I was like, man, because I got out of it, and I'm having a hard time getting into it because I had to do other stuff.
That one was not my favorite. So I think it was just very lengthy in certain areas, and there was just stuff that, I don't know, it just annoyed me for different reasons.
Yeah, so I think, I'm going to try just to read a chapter a day, or at least like 10, 20 pages. Because I'm sure it'll be good and it'll pick back up, but...
There are days when it's like, I want to read, and I'll barely get through one chapter, or I'll only get through one chapter and have to put it down and be like, well, I did my one chapter for the day, that's it.
And I think that's why I lean towards audios a lot, because with my other book group that I have, all of our books we have audios with, because, you work all day, you have kids, you get tired. I mean, it's just the fact of life. Yeah. And you can listen it to in your car, you can just be doing your dishes or chores or out in the garden, even a walk. It's nice having somebody do the work. Plus, audiobooks, for those of you that think it's cheating, it's not cheating.
Nope.
Not one bit.
It still counts.
It has the same brain effect as if you were reading. Plus, you don't feel as tired because you're reading.
Mm-hmm. It's not a strain on your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, as you can tell, I've been trying to fix my glasses the whole podcast. For those that are watching, I need audios. I'm blind.
I can't see nothing.
Yep.
I just keep fogging up.
I know.
All right.
Too. I think, now that we're done with some business.
So much business
stuff. But it was fun too. We had some fun RAs. And share with us what you're reading too. We love that. We want to be a part of it.
And if you leave comments and questions on the podcast page or on our website, we will answer them here on this show.
Yes, please.
Speaking of questions.
Yes, speaking of. So, for a long time, Sierra and I have been wanting to play this game, and we thought it'd be a perfect time while now having the podcast audio plus a visual for those of you that like to at least play it on YouTube or play it in the background while you're working on your computer. We can now play this game. And we are borrowing it from the YouTube channel Wired. And if you've guessed, if you've seen this game before, you probably already know what it is.
I watch these all the time.
They're very addicting.
They're very entertaining.
So, if you've guessed it, even thought about it, we're going to play the auto-completion question game. Yeah! So, with this game, what happens is that you search Google for, top answer to your question that you search.
Mm-hmm.
So, an example of why is, and then Google will autocomplete in your search what it is. So, what is $1? What is currency?
Mm-hmm.
What is a bagel? Things like that.
It gets very escalated very quickly, some of the things people Google.
Yes.
So it was very interesting to see just what people were Googling about libraries. I was shocked by a couple that I found. Really?
I'm curious about yours because we took different routes in our questions because we're going to ask each other different questions.
Yep.
And mine were, I would like to think a little bit more general. Yours are a little bit more specific than what I have.
They are a little bit, yeah.
And so I have the top 3 from my search, so I'm going to read them to Sierra, and then Sierra's going to give me some of hers, and we're going to alternate with each other.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Ready?
Yeah. Would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I mean, yeah, I can ask you one real quick.
Okay.
I thought it was a big one, so give me your answer.
Okay.
Are libraries essential?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Yes. Well, first off, we're not only just an entertainment place you can come in. We give people access to internet. We help the internet divide. We make sure people get information that's true and accurate. Mm-hmm. We teach people how to learn new things, where they can do for reading or programs, genealogy. It's so hard to fit it in one sentence because there is so much that libraries do.
There's a lot of services that are provided. I mean, that we even do online, along with genealogy. You can do your taxes. You can sign up for unemployment. You can do Golden Buckeye cards. The library just provides so much.
And I think sometimes people forget libraries are one of the last places that's really completely free except for printing costs. You do have to pay for the paper and the ink, but we really are here for you, the public, because we are here to make sure you have what you need to be successful, or at least try to help you get there. I know I've helped people with school and they didn't know how to get to FAFSA. There's just so much we help with.
Yes, libraries are essential. Thank you, whoever Googled that. We answered your question. I hope you're watching.
Oh, and right now, like you said, it's super essential right now with everything going on with COVID. People are looking up information on it. Unemployment is a really big one right now. But
we've had quite a few people come in looking for work or looking for forms to fill out because they're out of work. So, come in. We're open. We're here to help.
Please,
so
come see us.
Yeah.
Then I guess I will do a first question then for you.
Hit me.
Okay. my first question to you is, libraries are ... Which this could be literally
There
anything.
could be so many things. I'm almost scared.
But I only took the top 3 that popped up first.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get any of the top 3.
Okay, the top 3.
Yeah, even
libraries are.
Yeah.
I could say libraries are essential.
Ding, ding, ding. That's
oh
one
my
of them.
gosh, that's exciting. Okay.
Ironically, though, it's the second one.
Oh, okay. So
most searched.
what's the first most searched? Libraries are. What would people even search? Libraries are. That's such a funny thing to type in.
I know. That's why I was trying to pick some like different things. Sometimes people don't use proper like sentence structures when they search.
I would say libraries are fun places to hang out.
Kind of close. The first one is libraries are for everyone.
Oh.
We're inclusive.
That is true.
You know?
Yes.
We don't care your ethnic background, your social standing. We're not worried about that.
Libraries do not discriminate.
Out the window.
Ooh.
And then the
That's
third
a good one.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was pretty stoked with the first 2. And then the third one is open. I know we're open right now.
We are.
Even when we still only offered curbside, we were still open.
Yep.
We still helped with faxing and copying and making sure you got your prints and books. Mm-hmm. So we really try to be open and be accessible for you guys. So I hope you guys keep that in mind, and hopefully you see that and you appreciate us, because we appreciate you.
All right. So, along with kind of what you just said, I will ask you another question that is, do public libraries have fax machines?
Yes. Yes, they do.
I would say the majority of them still do. I know we do. Genoa does.
Yep. I think it's just a necessity right now, honestly.
Yep.
Because, some people, back in the day, they used to have a fax machine at home. But, it's not very common now, and it's one of the last, secure lines that you can send information on, so.
That's what, I don't want it to go out of style, because I feel like there's still so many people that need it.
Yeah. And some places, majority of libraries do charge you, so.
Yeah.
When you find out that it's $1 for the first page and 25 cents for each additional here at Genoa and Elmore, we're just trying to cover electricity costs, that's all.
Yep.
We're a non-for-profit, so we're really not trying to gouge anybody's wallets. And I think we're feeding off each other question-wise, because my second question to you is, libraries have ...
Libraries have books and movies.
That does not even appear on my 3 tiers
Really?
answers. Yes.
Okay,
so
libraries have fax machines.
That was not on there either, though we do. However, the first one was printers.
Oh,
so
they do.
Still related.
Libraries have
using
printers.
The computer, printing out your documents.
Libraries have public restrooms.
Yes.
Not currently, because of COVID, our bathrooms are closed, but generally.
Yes, normally. The second one is a notary public.
Oh, yes.
So for those of you that don't know what a notary public is, it's an individual who has passed a state exam, that it has their seal to notarize a signature on a document, which then gets taken to the courts saying that everything is truthful on this document and that it's completed to the best of your knowledge. And we have that here at our libraries. Myself and the director at Elmore, Jennifer Fording, are both notaries, so you can come in. The least we can do is look at your document, because if it isn't filled out the way it needs to be, you just have to come back, fill it out correctly. So we will do that, and it's free.
Free service. Was that the second one, or was that all of them?
That was the second.
Okay, so libraries still have something else.
Yes. I mean, we have more than that. Way more.
They have free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
Libraries have free Wi-Fi. I feel like I can't name a library that doesn't.
Yeah.
So.
I'd be surprised. And a lot, now depending on where a library is, it's harder to get internet, especially for the people in rural areas. But we're fortunate enough that we have a budget where we can use it for hotspots. So you guys, if you don't know, can check out a mobile hotspot. So it lets you take internet if you're going on a trip, or you just want to go on a walk and you want to listen to a YouTube video that is unavailable to you when you're not on the internet, so
Yeah. They're,
call us.
no matter what, the library's providing you with free Wi-Fi.
Yes, you just have to return it. Now this one is not fine free. You do have to bring it back within the allotted time or else you will be charged. It's because it's such an expensive, high demand product that we just need to make sure it's accessible to everybody.
Yep. I'm biased about this one, so I want your honest opinion.
Oh no.
What is the best library app?
Oh, wow. Oh, well, my follow-up question would that be, what is the context? Like, is the app that when you say library, your next read, maybe like how our consortium SEO has an app, so you can put your library card number and your PIN, which normally is the last four of your phone, in, and it keeps track of your checkouts, things that you have on hold, you can request things. It's really a neat app. But there's other apps that people use, like I use Goodread a lot to keep track of what I want to read, what I finished, exactly. And I can rate it and see what other people have read too. So I think this is a hard question because there's
it
so many.
Depends on the person, I think.
Yeah, and where you're trying to why are you using the app?
Right. Yeah.
Or the Libby app that we also have.
Libby's also very good for things.
Which you can get audiobooks, ebooks on there with your library card as well, for free through us. You're welcome, and and you can use that app too, or Hoopla.
Yep.
Also free with your library card. And there's CD books, audiobooks, DVDs,
comic
music
books,
CDs.
even, and they got
graphic novels.
Yep.
There's just it's a very dynamic question.
Yeah, it is. It depends on the person, whatever your favorite or best library app is for you personally. So that is a big question.
If you don't know where to start, give us a call. Why was yours biased?
Because I don't really use library apps. I only use one, and that's the SEO one. It is my favorite app, so it's the one I suggest to everybody to use.
It's so easy. Because I've worked in another library that's also in the same system, and they had their own app, but it didn't work as well compared to SEO's app, so I definitely recommend
I love the SEO one because if you go to a store and you see a book and you're like, I really want to read this, I wonder if my library has it because I don't want to spend $22 on it, you can use that app to scan the barcode and place a hold on the book right there. So it's very connected to our system here at the library, which just is amazing.
Yes, we're in. So we know what's up.
That's why it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Yeah. Now my next question is kind of a little bit challenging.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So how do libraries ...
How do libraries make money?
Yes, that is the first one, I think, because we are a non-for-profit.
Yep.
We do have to rely on property tax and stuff like that, depending on your city, or if you're a county library, or if you're a smaller library like us. It all depends on those little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we've had people donate money for different things, or we've had people unfortunately pass away and leave money to the library just for whatever they want, whatever we can use it for.
Yes.
So there's a lot of different ways I think libraries make money.
Yeah. Book sales too. So we put that right back into you guys and the library. Because books they're expensive.
Yep.
Depending on what you want or where you go and actually buy your books.
Right. Yeah. So what is the question?
How do libraries...
How do libraries buy books?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
ding.
really? Oh, I'm on a roll today.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's really the job of the directors and the assistant directors to pick out the books and buy them.
Yep, that's what Jen and I do. We order the books for both locations. Even though we pick out stuff, we really listen to what you guys have to say too. Often, I love when people come, they're like, you don't have this new book. Are you going to get it? And I love when I can say, oh, I actually already have it in my cart. The order's going in this week. Or I say, no, this is great, because if you tell us what you want, most likely we can get it for you.
And we almost always do. I mean, unless the book is very unavailable for us to get, we can pretty much get you anything. And we do have a submission form, a suggestion form on our website. You can fill out if you want a book and we don't own it. You can put the suggestion in there, and like she said, they will look into it.
Yeah, because we have other book vendors that we go to, which they're great. They help us out. We use Amazon. We go through donations. We really try to make sure we have everything for you, and really try to use our resources to the best of our ability too.
I was excited because recently I had some kids that were really into those National Geographic kids books.
Oh yeah.
And we only had like maybe 6 or something, and they read all of them. So I had asked Jen about it, and she bought like, I don't know, we probably got like 40 of them in. So we just got every animal you can think of, all the reptiles. We got sea creatures and ocean animals, and I'm like, this is just great. I was very excited because then when those kids come back in, I can be like, oh my gosh, look at this.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up.
I'm very excited about that. So.
Yeah, we really do try. I know these poor little girls, they won part of this Rainbow series. So I don't know if you know this, but it's a series that it deals with fairies, and so it's like Rosie and the fairy of animals, or the fairy of the color of pink. And we only had a small handful, and there's like 40 of these books.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was similar to that where
I
went on a little shopping spree and made sure we were getting things. And then this other little girl came in, she took out like almost all of them. She was like so jazzed about it.
Cool.
And that gets me jazzed about it because we're doing our jobs and we see what you guys want, and then you want it and you take it, and it makes me feel good.
I know. To know that you guys are happy makes us feel good. If you find a book you just really like and we can help you continue getting the books that you like, that makes us feel good.
Yeah, it really does.
So, yeah.
Now, can you guess the third one?
I can't think of another one. How do libraries?
I could give you a hint. I gave you a one-word hint, and I think it'll be a pretty obvious hint.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Dewey.
Oh, so how do libraries organize their books?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's a big one, because I feel like sometimes patrons have a hard time finding where things are shelved.
Yeah, and I mean there is a lot of libraries that they use different ways too.
Yes.
Most commonly, like academic libraries are different than public libraries or special collection libraries. So for public, normally what we do is you have a fiction section or a mystery section or inspirational based off a genre, and then you put it in alphabetical order of the author's last name.
Right.
Versus nonfiction, which is a Dewey Decimal System. So it's number based. So 700s is arts, sports, recreation. 900s are local history. And so based on how specific you want it, then it gets broken down even further. Like local history is 977.1212.
Right. If you want to learn Spanish, it's 410.
Yeah. Language section.
Yep.
And if you're not sure, talk to us.
That's we pretty much know where everything is. We've shelved it long enough.
Yes.
I know our circulation manager right now is kind of revamping our nonfiction section. It's a long-winded explanation as to what she's doing, so I won't go into it, but
the future.
In the future, it will be a lot easier for patrons to find books in our nonfiction section. So, yeah. That's good. You want me to hit you with the really funny one I found?
Yes.
I want an honest answer on this one. Why do libraries make me poop? Not me specifically.
That is, wow. What number was that on your list? Was it like near the bottom or number one?
It was near the bottom.
Wow.
So not a lot of people have Googled this, but I had to click on it because who asked that kind of question?
12-year-old boy, I'm assuming from that. But there is, if you want to go in a literal sense or medical sense, there are like studies where people just don't like to poo in their own home. Like, no joke. Because I, too, have, like, some people just don't like to do that.
They will come here.
Yeah, or maybe they just feel so relaxed. I don't know. Like, that's a really random question.
I think that's kind of part of it, because like I said, I had to click on it and just see what Google said the answer was. There's like a medical term.
Really?
For people coming into a library and smelling books. It sets something off in their body.
Wow.
Because a lot of people have books or magazines in their bathroom
Oh.
to read while they're in there.
Oh, clever.
So when they come into the library, it like triggers that bodily sense, like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom right now.
Like muscle memory. Okay.
Isn't that weird?
Wow. But when you explain it though,
I didn't expect that answer. I thought it was just something really random. I'm like, why would anybody Google that? I didn't realize there was like a medical sciencey term behind it.
Yeah, it does not seem nearly as random when you explain it.
Right. I wanted to come off really random to begin with, though.
Super.
God, that was super weird.
Super random. Well, I have 2 more questions, and I was gonna skip to the last one, but I think both are like worth mentioning, because the second to last is librarians are ...
Librarians are, I feel like I would say mean, unfortunately, because so many people are scared of librarians.
I don't know what they did to warrant that then.
I don't know. My mom's one. I think she says they make her nervous because they're so quiet. And I'm like, it's a library setting. And she's like, yeah, but I feel like they're judging me.
No.
And
really
we're not.
don't.
We're actually just sitting at our desk.
Just doing work,
really.
I
mean, yeah. We're not really paying attention to you wandering on the stacks. We know you're there.
Yeah.
But it's not, we don't really watch you pick out books.
Intently. It's not like we're watching you from a camera or anything.
No, we're keeping our ears open.
Yeah.
You know, we know when you walk up at the desk, but
I will say too, maybe in her experience, because the way libraries have progressed over time, so there's like a whole timeline. I'm not going to get into the crazy details of the timeline, but libraries just used to be a hub of information.
Right.
So it was literally you just held that information.
Yep.
And then we just gave it to you. And then it transitioned to being used as a space to do the work in the hub. And so you had to be quiet because, you know, there wasn't always computers, so you had to be quiet. You had to be assertive or else people would be super loud.
Yeah, I think in her experience, that's probably what she grew up with.
Yeah.
So in her mind, that's what librarians are.
Yeah. But transition to now, where we are like the community center, we offer programming. It's hard right now, as you guys know, with everything going on. But we provide books, everything's free, minus a few things, and we try to be there for the community so you can use our space. We can form human connection. That's always what libraries are. We are a human connection.
So librarians are helpful.
Oh, that's a good one, but that's not on my list.
Dang, librarians are nice.
Not on the list.
Librarians are knowledgeable.
Oh, also a good one, but
oh
not on the list. You'll be surprised. It's a good surprise, though, so I'm just going to list them for you, because this could go on for a while.
It could. I could guess so many different things.
Yeah. Number 1 is awesome.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah. The second one is hilarious, which I thought was really
good. In what sense?
Yeah. Well, you know, we tell jokes.
That's true.
I find that, like, when we're at the desk and someone just needs another person to say, hey, I hope you have a great rest of your week. And, like, you can totally see it, like, transform that person. Yeah, completely. I think we are hilarious in ways.
I've been told that librarians are like bartenders.
Ah, yes.
We bartend books, but we serve the same job as a bartender,
and
where,
free.
like, people just tell us stuff, and we just listen. We will listen to your stories, and we don't judge. So we are book bartenders.
Honestly,
I've been told that.
I love that.
So
we should make a t-shirt.
A t-shirt, book bartender.
Hey, that's our idea, guys. And then the last one is superheroes.
Oh,
yeah, which I thought was really cool, because we're trying to have some sort of normalcy, like you would if we were open and you guys could come in and have programs and stuff. So I just thought that was a really neat one.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're running out of time. I had a few more Google questions, but I also have some really crazy patron questions.
Oh,
so I'll hit you with one of those.
Okay.
And one that I believe you're familiar with is, can you give me JayZ's address?
Yes. This is my patron many, many moons ago. I'm not sure where this gentleman's at. He's such a nice guy. And I was trying really hard not to laugh because I was so taken back by receiving this question.
That's not a normal question.
Yeah, and he was very serious. He's like, could you give me JayZ's address?
Is it like do you know him personally?
Well, and that was just kind of it. And he was over the phone at the time.
Oh, okay.
And so I had other coworkers these many, many years ago, and they were around me, and I had to reiterate to him, like, you would like the address of JayZ, and so it sparked everyone's attention around me.
They're all listening.
And yeah.
Looking at you like, who are you on the phone with? What?
Yeah, and they're like starting to laugh, and I'm trying to be serious and professional because, you know, this is somebody's inquiry. Like,
he's for real.
Yeah. And so I had to explain to him, you know, well, that's not really public knowledge, especially when you're a celebrity. You want to try to maintain your privacy the best you can. Like, that's what we do at the library, too. We try to make sure all your information, if you forget to log out of the computer when you're there, we log you out and you don't even realize it. So we make those efforts. And he took it rather well. He was like, well, that makes sense. And he just wanted to let him know that he really had enjoyed his recent CD.
Oh, okay. Well,
and I was like, well, that's thoughtful.
That's really sweet. Yeah.
So it was...
There's a good chance that he's on Instagram or something. You could probably send an Instagram message to JayZ if you wanted to, but that's an interesting inquiry. I've not had something that strange come to me, but... Yeah,
I will say, though, when we have those types of interactions, it's like things you never forget. Mm-hmm. And it makes our day, like, honestly.
It does. It's very interesting, and it's a story. You know, we like to tell stories of, you know, things that have happened to us at the library. And, that's a good one.
Yeah. I will not forget that day, that's for sure.
Oh, that's fun.
It was fun. Well, I'll ask my last question then, and then we'll do the rest of yours. Because then we're going to wrap up. We've been chatting a long time.
It has been a long time.
Yeah.
We've been here over an hour, I think, already.
Oh, boy. So my last one is, do librarians, ... And I was like, what could this one be?
I have a good one for this one. Do librarians live at the library?
Ooh.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
No.
Or I would say sleep at the library. Like,
no.
I feel like people think librarians live here and sleep here. And
that is the running joke. I like when kids ask me questions like that. Or I'm like, well, I do get to leave on the weekend. But the weekday I have to sleep in my car.
I've told people before, I'm like, when I get tired, I go sleep under my desk and stuff. Yeah.
We don't, by the way.
We don't.
No, but the first one is get paid. Yes,
we
do get paid. We do have our own bills. We have our own houses that we do have to take care of. So thank you for letting us get paid.
Yes, thank you for that.
Two, which I was surprised to see this because this is a very long-winded debate that a lot of people have in the library world. I don't know if you could guess what that is from that. Was need a degree.
Oh.
Yeah. Which that's a very hot topic because you do go to school to get the title of librarian. So depending on your program, my program, you could have finished it in a year to 2 years. It averages about a year and a half, depending on how long or how many classes you go.
Right.
And so technically, yes, you need it, but some places don't require it because they don't want to pay for the degree. So it really depends. So you could be a librarian or a paraprofessional and still have those everyday skills, but you just miss out on some other stuff that you would have in school. So I'm not going to get to the debate because people are crazy online.
I've even had that debate with people, and it's like, even my family has been like, you know, they just assume if you work at a library, you're called a librarian. Which if you have a degree, you're called a librarian. I work at a library, but I'm a clerk. So I don't have the title of librarian, but a lot of people still call me that because I work at a library. I accept it because being called a librarian is awesome sauce.
Yeah.
But, like, in all technicality, if you want to go technical,
and that's
I'm a clerk.
Like, people don't know, so I was kind of, like, surprised people were looking it up.
Right, yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't worked here.
Yeah.
You know, I would just assume, you work here, you're a librarian. I mean, I didn't realize there was technicalities until after working here for so long, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a big debate.
Yeah, very hot debate. And then the last one is, ironically, get paid well.
Oh. Well, it depends on where you look at it, I guess.
We are a nonprofit, as I mentioned before, so no, we don't make tons of money. However, depending on your library system, it can always change because the bigger you are, it's probably, I would say, a lot easier to get a higher wage. Yeah, especially depending on what you're doing in that system too. So it really ultimately depends where you're at and what your role is.
And I mean, position I think is a little different too. When I was given a raise, it was when I would change from, I used to be a page, and then I got promoted to clerk, so I did get a little pay raise there. So it just depends.
Yeah, it really does.
So yeah,
that was my last question.
Okay, so I probably won't throw all of these at you just because we are running probably overtime a little bit. You guys have been listening to us a long time, so have you had people come in and ask you, can you do my taxes?
Not directly like that. However, even though we provide tax forms and the knowledge and advice of here's the links, use to your own discretion, because we're not financial advisors. That's one thing that we are always trying to be very aware about. All we can do is lead you in the right direction.
Right. We
really shouldn't be telling you yes or no because
if something goes wrong, we don't want to be liable on that area. Definitely not.
So no, we can't do your taxes for you, but we can help you to find someone who can. So free of charge.
Yeah. So Jen had actually been asked this one, and I thought it was hilarious. Someone came in and said, "Can you sell my items on eBay for me? I don't know how." We're a library.
Even though I feel very honored on her behalf that someone felt comfortable enough to ask
that's interesting.
But because that is a lot of private information, you should probably not be giving that out to people.
No.
I
mean, we could probably, if you asked me that, I could write out a page step by step how you would need to sell your stuff on eBay, but no. Yeah. The library cannot do that for you.
Yes, we can show you how, we just can't do it for you.
Yeah, so that goes in line with the last one I'll give you, and it's, if I give you my credit card, can you buy something for me on Amazon?
We can't do that either.
Nope.
And it's not that we don't want to do it for you, but we want you to learn too, because those are skills that you're going to be using for the rest of your life too. I'm pretty sure technology isn't going anywhere.
No. Especially
how we're doing podcasts nowadays, and technology's evolving with internet being transferred everywhere.
Yep.
Thank you for asking us, but we will show you how to do it yourself.
We'll give you a write-out if you need it, and we'll just explain how to do it, but we cannot do that for you.
Yeah, we are a learning center. We will take care of you, though.
Yeah, that's what we do. We'll say that was my last one. We went a little overboard this month, but I had fun. I love the fact that we can do a visual. I'm really excited to put that out. Mm-hmm. So after you've listened to the podcast, you can head over to our YouTube channel where we'll put the visual version out.
Yes.
Probably in a few days after the podcast comes out, depending how long it takes me to edit.
Yeah, editing.
Oh, yay. It's going to keep me busy at the desk for all week, so I'm okay.
Well, I guess with that,
I think we'll call it a day.
I think we're wrapping up.
So thank you for listening and watching. We look forward to next month.
Yeah.
So
it'll be jam-packed again.
We're having fun. I hope you're having fun. So thank you for listening.
And we'll see you next month.